Chapter 3. Oh no! How did I get all the way up here? Save me! Save me! Max started meowing his little heart out. Meow! Meow! Before any people in the room could move, Maggie jumped up, ran over to the tree, and put her paws up on the bottom branches. The tree swayed this way and that way, but it didn't topple over. Maggie barked encouragingly as Max slowly clambered down. That's it, little pal. Just one more branch and you're safe. Here, I'll make you a good target. Aim for that black spot on my back. Finally, the kitten jumped off a lower branch and ran to his friend's board back. That was awesome! Lizzie cried. She clenched her hands. You know St. Bernard dogs are legendary rescuers? That's what they were trained to do. Back in the mountains in Switzerland, and whenever people got lost in a blizzard, St. Bernards were sent out to find them. Lizzie knew everything about dogs. Well, Maggie's sure living up to her heritage, Dad said. Maggie and Max paraded proudly across the room several times before Max jumped off of Maggie's back and began to scamper around his own again. He dashed at around the couch and then popped out under the Christmas tree. Circled it 3 times. He then flipped onto his back and started to swat at a low-hanging Christmas ornament. Everybody laughed. Max was certainly one funny little guy. Max watched calmly, wolfing my daughter's laugh. He sure seems comfortable now, Dad said, running over to rescue the glass ball. What a darling, Mom's voice was screaming. Lizzie and Charles looked at each other and rolled their eyes. Mom sure was in love with that silly little kitten. But over the next few days, everyone fell in love. Max was a little shy around Buddy, but soon both puppies and the kitten learned how to play together. Charles loved to watch them tumble and chase. If only the Petersons would keep Max and Maggie forever. But Charles knew that wasn't going to happen. The Petersons were a foster family for these two. They couldn't keep every animal that they took care of. The kitten and the puppy needed good homes, and Charles' job was to help find them. But there was only one problem: Miss Dobbin. Vince was right. Maggie and Max did not like to be separate. Even they were in different rooms. Max will mew, and Maggie will get very worried until she They're just a little frightened, said Mom. I'm sure that if we give them enough love and attention, they'll do fine on their own in their new homes. Like everybody else in the family, she knew it was not very likely that anybody would be willing to adopt a kitten and a puppy at the same time. Maggie and Max were going to have to learn to live without each other. But Charles couldn't wait to show off his new foster friends. He boasted about them at school. He even invited Sammy over to meet them, and he told his grandbuddy, Miss Peabody, all about Max and Maggie. Miss Peabody loved hearing about them. Because she once had a St. Bernard of her own. Charles wished his scout friends could meet Maggie and Max, but there would be no den meeting for the next few weeks because the scouts would be helping out at the nest. Mr. Baker came by the Peterson's house on Tuesday after supper to make sure that everything was set for the scouts' visit. Said to the nest next night. Charles was so happy to introduce Maggie and Max. Oh, wow, my, Mr. Baker's eyes went up when he saw the puppy and her tiny playmate. Aren't they something? He sat right down the floor and scooped at Maggie and said, right away, Maggie licked his face. You're a very, very nice man. Wanna be my friend? Max used his sharp little claws to climb up Mr. Baker's knee and demand some attention too. Play with me. Mr. Baker laughed his deep, loud laugh. Oh, what a bear! They're available, said Lizzie. Wouldn't you like to adopt them? Charles asked. He thought Mr. Baker would make a fine pet owner. He obviously loved cats and dogs. I sure would, said Mr. Baker. I miss having a cat. Lee had one who lived at the shelter. A big, orange, friendly cat with the greenest eyes he ever saw. Her name was Elzamilda. One of the families fell in love with her, and they let them take her to their new home. So, Charles said, that means you need a cat. Maybe, said Lee. Max was pushing up his little head against Mr. Baker's chin, which made him laugh again. But a cat is one thing. A pesky little kitten plus a gigantic puppy is another thing altogether. I'm very busy at the shelter, and I just don't have enough time to... For two animals, he thought for... You know what, though? Charles came over to pet Maggie. What? Maybe they could come visit when you helped out tomorrow night. We have a recreation room in the nest where all the kids hang out. They run down there as soon as they're excited for dinner while their parents are still eating. Yeah, we don't have a TV. We can't afford one. Don't want one anyways. And sometimes the kids get bored doing puzzles and playing checkers. They won't get bored with Maggie and Max around, said Charles. That's for sure. Well, Mom said, that sounds wonderful. But we'll all be busy serving dinner in the dining room, won't we? Who will watch the pets? No problem, Mom, Lizzie spoke up. I'll keep an eye out along for Maggie and Max. Lindsay would do anything to help the Petersons' foster animals. Mr. Baker was beaming. So it's settled. We'll all see you tomorrow.